We are out and about on our early morning stroll. Yesterday was a really cool day, and I think I decided yesterday that I'm gonna start doing a lot more like charity, or like giving away money, like even if it's not for like charitable contributions. Just like, I really like those YouTube channels where there's this one guy, right, and I just remember his videos because he goes up to people and like asks them like, oh, is this your laptop? And they'll say like, no, I'm renting it from the school. And he'll be like, oh, you don't have a laptop? And then they'll say something to the extent of like, no, I don't. And he'll be like, well, here's one, and give it to them, right? And it's like, those people just have random kindness put in their day for no reason, and I feel like that gives really good energy out into the world. And I had an ex at one point in time that said, you don't help people until you make it, because you can't help people until you make it. Like, in a sense that he was saying, when you have millions, or lots of income or money, or like a plan or something like that, you know how to help people. But if you're still struggling, which a lot of people who are struggling then go back to say like, oh, I want to help people. Girl, leave that dang crow alone. The two of you. My God, they want that bird. They almost done knocked me off of my thing to get him. Poor bird. I'm sorry, crow. The anxiety these two dogs just but when I see those videos, I'm like, I don't know, I don't have it like that, but I don't think anyone, like Mr. Beast wasn't Mr. Beast before he started his stuff. And like, maybe I don't need to wait until I have millions of dollars to like give money away. So that being said, there's this new website that I found from a few people on Twitter and Instagram, and I do these like lives where I go live on Instagram. And this new website is an app on your phone, and I can go live on there and people can tip for it, and I can do all type of like uploads and things that I'm not allowed previously, like haven't had the ability to do that. So this new website is really, really cool, and people can tip you. And so I have $67 to give away today. It's not much, but hey, F it, I'll give it away, because I made $67, and I need money just the same way as everyone else needs money, but I have, a really strong desire to give. And I don't know, when the universe calls these kind of things to me, I tend to lean into it, because I don't get these type of like overwhelming feelings all the time. So I have $67 to give away. So when you watch this video, at me on Twitter and just say $67 or whatever. Hey, I know the amount today is $67, and I will Venmo it to you, or something, and figure out how to get the money to you, give it to you somehow, some way, Zelle or something. But yeah, so just go on Twitter, and the first person who does it, like the first person that I see who does it, it's yours. Like, I don't know, and I'll try to do it every day that I go on live there and I have money to give away. I'll just tell you guys in my vlog video of the day like how much, and so I'm excited. I hope this is like a good thing for 2023 for me and for everybody, because I was on there and I was tipping girls, like giving them back the things that people had given me, and the general sentiment that I had heard was, I wish other girls were like this, I wish other people were supportive like this, I wish other people were like this. And it's like, I do too. And so you got to be the example that you want to see in the world, right? Like you can't expect the world to look like a better place if you're not like a better place for you if you're not in it. And I can't expect, you know, there to be more people who are willing to give and be generous. Like, the thing is, I live a very, very happy like life compared to where I thought I would end up in life. Like, I grew up homeless, and so to be here, to go from having been homeless and grew up to with parents in and out of the criminal justice system and substance abuse problems, it's like, for me to end up in this place and be alive still and never have committed a crime, never have, like, you know, I don't know, I don't have no kids, I don't take care of, I don't have nothing. So it's like, I'm grateful and at peace. And so other than that, one funny thing I wanted to talk to y'all about. So my friend, she was like talking about heteroflexible type of interactions. And you know, heteroflexible is a man and a woman, but doing things that are not exactly heterosexual, meaning like man and woman vaginal intercourse, and where it's like so she was asking me about heteroflexible content, and she's like, how do you even bring that type of stuff up? Because she's like, I'd always be curious about it, I'd be into it, I'd want to do it, because she's not provocative isn't the word, she's not promiscuous, I don't know, she doesn't have that many partners, or hasn't in the past. And so she's like, you know, how would you bring that up to somebody? And I said, well, my example for what I thought would be a good way to introduce it, and I tell people this all the time when I do like I have a Discord server, and so I tell the guys in my Discord server, you know, these little like things when they ask me questions. And so one of the questions when they want to talk about something, I tell people the Netflix and chill trick. So what you want to do is find a show or a scene or something, a movie, something where you guys can watch it together randomly, but like you're gonna have watched it first, right? So there's a show on Netflix called Bonding, like Bonding, Bonding. And Bonding, you know, there's a whole bunch of different type of stuff, but it's like there's other, you know, scenes or other things. And I tell people, watch it and then tell your person, hey, let's just watch a show, and don't be sneaky kind of about it. Like, don't be too nervous, you know, like it's just gonna be a normal conversation. You're not gonna be like, not like ooh. So find a show on Netflix or anywhere, watch it with your person, and when the scene comes up that you find interesting, the thing that you're into, then you're gonna tell them, sorry, there's a man on it. So find the show that you like. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get away from these. There's like early in the morning, it's like 7 in the morning right now, and all the transient people are waking up and scaring my dogs. So come here, and my dogs don't want to cooperate with me today for some reason. Okay, good boy. So what you're gonna do, find a show, put it on with your person, and when the scene comes up that you like, look at them and see if they're paying attention, or if they look at you, or see what their body language is. And then you're gonna be like, what do you think about that? Or, that's interesting. So say it's like you're opening up your marriage or something, you know? Or heteroflexible content. Like there's a show called New Girl, and it's about girls in New York City. And in the scene, one of her neighbors, her next door neighbors, wants to bring out a you know, like extras into the bedroom, and he talks to her about it, and it's like a very interesting scene. So it's like, you want to bring something, extra toys or anything into the bedroom, it's like, then look at them and be like, that's interesting, or I've always wanted to try that, or what do you think about that? Like, even if you don't have to offer up your I wanted to try it or something, just say like, what do you think, or that's interesting, and see how they respond. And it normally will open up a dialogue, like if you know your person well enough, or you are confident in the thing that you want to do. This way works a lot of the time, in my opinion, because if it's not something that they're into and you're too afraid to actually like bring it up right because you're scared that they're not into it, then you can literally be like, brush it off. But you kind of at least get a gauge of where they stand, right? Like, but I don't know, I thought it was very cute that one of my normie friends, my real life people, was asking me questions that like I feel like I could actually kind of help them with more than maybe somebody else, because I don't know, these are questions that like my fans ask me all the time, and so it was really nice. But yeah, that's the day. So go put the amount on Twitter at me on Twitter. It's the Twerking L Twitter, because this is the Twerking L YouTube. So at me and see the amount, and then I'll send you the 67. And then there'll be a hidden Easter egg in every video, day of an amount, you know, that I'm gonna give to somebody.